Little fish. I say, Lord, be my savior when it come to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save us. Say amen. Amen, 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 yeah. Amen. That boys and they can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win. Check. Going up. We in it, we gonna. Going up. Did it like my persona. Going up.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one team who likes to get it done through the air. The Packers are top 10 in pass yards, going up against the Bears secondary that could be in for a long day.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here.
319!
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've that early.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's got some space here. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 97 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Leonard Floyd in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Rodgers to throw on second down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 55 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On second down, here's Rodgers. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They're going to line up to go for this on fourth down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. He decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now Trubisky to throw. A swing pass caught. Touchdown, Chicago. Cameron Meredith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with a...
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Packers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On second down, Trubisky going up top. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big play.
Williams loses the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slipped when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Rodgers now to throw on third down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here we go on fourth down with Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Leonard Floyd in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Room here to run. Open space inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears continue to pour it on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The Packers on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 13. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A gain of 3, second down.
That was well coached and even better executed, because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Again, it's Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. They go play action. Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of their key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They try again with Cohen. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. This is Cohen. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. Now Cohen, and he's got room. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears add on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, look at that. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They just yielded a touchdown on the other end. Now they'll be trying to answer the bell and get a score of their own.
It's their opportunity to match. Can they do exactly what they just saw happen to them? Go down the field and score a touchdown. And to me, the best way to do it, look at your play sheet coordinator and call plays for guys that make the best plays for you. Go to the guys that you know can get the ball down to the end zone.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
319!
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Easy.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. To the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. That one good for 7 that time. And the Packers are going to have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And his guys are able to get a score back. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the...
There he goes left side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. 43 yards. And the Bears continue to pour it on. And he's able to put it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than...
Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a play is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trouble...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 22 yards. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Now they try the right side here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Rodgers going to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. On play action, it's Rodgers. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And an alley to run. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They run. This is Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I know back in the good old days, just about every team was constructed to power run to the right side. We just saw a pitch to the right side that worked pretty well.
It's easier going to the right than the left?
It just used to be very simply that the right side was always the power side. I think that's just one of those old things. I'm not sure it's still the same, but on that play, it certainly felt like we were back to the future.
Yeah, and it worked. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. On the toss, here's Williams. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Now a handoff looking right. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.